Is it okay if I'm to say I'm catching feelings from all the dealings? Am I astray? What do you say? How are you feeling? Is it the same? I hope you're not planning to waste my time. To my surprise, that was.
It's Tuesday, August 24th here at the West End Gun Club. Got the day off from work, so I came out here to the range. I'm here on the upper ranges, the 300-yard line, going to shoot some of my 308, which if you've seen from previous vlog episodes, I think 5 or 6 episodes back, maybe even longer, I put it in a KRG Bravo chassis after I got rid of the AICS chassis and needed a new stock for it, so I just got the KRG Bravo. I just needed something relatively inexpensive. Those are what, $300, $400? It's easy drop-in fit. Put an Arca rail on it from Area 419, so it's just a nice little stock to use for this gun. I don't really shoot the 308 much. I bought it several years back just to get back into bolt gun shooting, and I had my gunsmith put a brake on it, or he threaded it for me so I could put on a brake. And so I have the Area 419 Hellfire on it. But I brought it out here today mainly just to practice centerfire a little bit off of kind of barricades or non-traditional positions, just to get back into recoil management. Since I shoot so much rimfire, I need to feel, full bore again. So that's why I came out here with the 308. It's just brought a sawhorse, gonna shoot out the sawhorse just to get the iterations in with it, since I don't know. I'm always shooting rimfire, so I need to shoot some centerfire a little bit. And 308's good because it's relatively inexpensive. I got a lot of components, like a ton of components for your 308. Lots of powder, lots of brass, lots of primers, lots of bullets. And so I can run through it and not care. And the barrel life I don't really care about. And plus it's a factory 700 police barrel, so it's, if I wear it out, I'll just rebarrel it. It's not like my 6 Creedmoor, which it's a barrel burner, and I kind of have to keep an eye on the barrel life on that, so I don't like to shoot that at the range if it's not a competition too much, because it's just a waste of ammo to shoot that 6 Creedmoor. For practice, you might as well shoot something a little bit less barrel sensitive, I guess, barrel life sensitive with like 308. So it's a good, people ask me about 308. I think it's still a good cartridge. If you only have one gun, I would just go 6.5 Creedmoor, one bolt gun. 6.5 is, probably the best all around right now. But for 308, it's nice to have that in your collection or whatever, or your arsenal, or whatever you want to call it. Just to have a 308, since it's a good platform to practice on. Anyway, let's go ahead and get set up. I already put my targets out there. I'm just gonna pack some gear, and then we'll start shooting. Basically set up a target at 100 yards just to make sure that I've got a decent zero on it, which it seems like it's fine. I didn't bring many rounds today. I think I've got maybe 45, just under 45 rounds. Light's a little dim. We're fine. Put one on it. truck just pulled up, but I don't know if they're trying to get on the range or what. They're over the porta potties. All right, we got a good 0. Let me run some numbers on the Kestrel because I don't have a profile for this in my Kestrel. Then we'll go to 300 because I have a steel plate out there and my popper target's out there. I also brought my an 8x8, but that's for my Rimfire, so I will only be shooting that with my Vudoo, which I brought out today as well. It's not 100% accurate, but I did a gun profile, and I think we're at 318 yards to that top of that berm, which is going to be roughly 1.2 mils, which checks out because I looked at the 1,000 yard calculation in the Kestrel based on the gun profile I used, and it said 9.2, which is about right for this elevation. I think at sea level it's a little bit closer to 10 mils for 1,000 yards. So we should be okay, but 300 yards isn't very far. 1.1 versus 1.2 mils isn't going to be a deal breaker. I think it's a 4-inch. I can't remember how big that that popper target is. And I think I completely missed. Okay, since we're hitting high, it should be kind of odd. It's coming down to 1.1. As far as the mags in this KRG Bravo chassis, I'm using the AICS. Well, these are actually, so they were sold by Brownells as Remington 700, sold as military contract mags from the 2012 project, or the 2010 projects, or M2010 from the Army. So these are flat dark earth Cerakoted, I think, or some kind of, not Cerakoted, but some kind of coating. And I feel these seem to run pretty well in all AICS style guns that I have. I wish I bought more of these because at the time Brownells cleared them out as low as $55 for 10 rounders. I only got 6. I should have got more. They're actually really good mags. They have an AI stamp on the bottom, even though they're sold as Remington contract mags. So I guess AI made the mags for Remington at the time they, I guess during that project or that contract with the military. So it's one thing that I've kind of neglected is the fact that these barrels do get hot pretty quickly. I mean, I fired probably 15 rounds in just less than like 3 minutes, and it's, you know, it's pretty warm. So unlike a rimfire where you can just keep shooting and there's no real heat issues, unless it's really hot and you're out in direct sunlight. But definitely something that, you know, you kind of forget when you're shooting a lot of rimfire. You forget about barrel heat and center fires and how quickly they can heat up. But again, it's a 308. Don't really care too much about the barrel on this thing since it is a 308 and a factory barrel. Theoretical life is several thousands of rounds, but I figure after 3,000 or 4,000 rounds, I'm going to have my gunsmith rebarrel it anyway to put a faster twist on here. I kind of want to do 111 and a quarter rather than a 1 and 12, just to get more guaranteed stability, especially at sea level. Alright, I'm just gonna burn up some ammo because I left some magazines loaded from the last, from our aerial match this past weekend, so I wanted to just go ahead and dump these rounds. So I think it's 318 yards, roughly. So it says I need 14 mils on the gun right now. Well, 14.1, but let's do 14. 41, let's do 41. Have no idea what the wind is. See if I can try to spot it in the mirage. Right now I'm not seeing a boil anywhere. The sun is out. I want to say it's right to left. It's not much though. So I'm gonna hold right edge. I'm gonna hold right edge of target. I do have a Magnetos PT1000 on there, so we'll be able to see it light up. I'm high, or I think I'm a little high on target actually. Granted, this was a cold bore shot. I'm gonna hold low, right edge of target. Still hitting high to the left. I'm gonna hold a full mil right. Okay, I see where we're at. I'm high on target, about a mil right. Cannot get on. So, looks like my numbers are wrong. I'm holding low, about a good mil. Definitely right wind. Right to left, rather. Okay, I'm still hitting high. I know my numbers are off. Could be my velocities are off right now too. Holding right wind. 610. Okay, we're on target here. It just seems like we're hitting high on target. Okay, we're getting solid hits here. It's about 6/10 wind. Wow. Making some huge adjustments here on the elevation. So I'm only using 12.4 roughly. 12.4 holding right 6/10. Whoa, that was weird. That one dropped. Okay. So low miss. So I need about 12.6 as opposed to the 14 that this thing was telling me. Pretty sure I'm using the right profile. Yeah. Know my velocity is set to though. 1085, which is about right. Unless I have my distance wrong. I wonder if I have the distance marked wrong. Here's a little sneak peek at a new toy that I picked up. This is the Send It Level. I think it's called the MV3. This is basically the version they make that can be swapped to either side, and you can also put on different types of mounts because this separates from the pick rail adapter. Premise here is that if you cant it one way or the other, the electronic level will tell you blue light if you're canted to the right, you need to move it left. Red light, you need to move it right. So, and you can adjust sensitivity. Right now I have it set to stock. Or factory default, and right now you can just see that I'm leveled off. I started looking into this because I saw how it works in terms of how you can zero the level, and so right now it's zeroed to the reticle of my gun, so regardless of what this stock level shows, because the stock level is not perfectly lined up with the scope level that's behind the spur, and this is actually more in line. The spur mount bubble level and this are actually perfectly in line with the reticle of my scope. So I'm going to go off of this. I'm going to give you more information on this later, next time we get to the Rimfire range, so we can take full advantage of how the level works on various barricades. But it's just a little sneak peek, so look forward to that to the next vlog. Pulled in all my targets, packed up, I'm about to roll out of here, but I did stop by the Centerfire Connex container, which is on the upper line, which is where the match director for the Centerfire matches stores all the stuff here, and I have keys for it. But I just came up here to look to see what barricades and props he has, because I've been hinting at this in the previous vlogs that we're going to try to hold a 22 matchup here on the 300-yard pad. I'm planning to shoot the NRL 22 5 stages in January at course of fire, and then add on 5 to 7 stages additional. So I'm trying to come up with different stages of fire for that course of fire. So I'm just rolling in here, taking a look at what he has, if there's anything we'll use for that match, and then maybe I might come up with some additional props or barricades to use other than the standard NRL 22 things like the tire, the sawhorse, the tank trap, etc., the ramp or the rooftop. I'm going to come up with other things that people can shoot off of, just to get more experience, especially for our shooters who don't really compete much and they only come out for the NRL 22 matches. Give them some other opportunities to shoot, different styles of stages on different types of props for the experience. Anyway, forgot to bring a hat today for some reason. I need to keep a hat in my Jeep just in an emergency, but the sun's starting to creep out and it's starting to bear down on me. So I'm gonna go ahead and take care of, just kind of audit what's here and then come up with some ideas for stages. Anyway, that's it for today, Tuesday, August 24th, here at the West End Gun Club. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next vlog.